Welcome back to Truly Force-Free Animal Training's Trainer Quick Tip. A little tip I want to talk to you about today is getting your dog or cat comfortable at a veterinary hospital. So for some dogs and cats, it's no big deal. They're comfortable, they have fun. But others get really scared. Cats are a little bit more difficult because sometimes they need to get used to being in a crate and then they need to go to the hospital. So with your cat, you're going to primarily get them used to being in the crate, maybe take them on drives in the car, because sometimes that's the scariest part. If they are afraid of the vet, you can do some of the similar things I'm going to talk about with your dog as far as going and having visits. So when you go, if you have a dog who's afraid or an animal who's afraid, it's good to go to the vet hospital for just fun visits, just to get a treat, just to visit with the staff. Now with COVID, there's some restrictions and this is a little bit more difficult, but you can do parts of this. So Captain, when he was young, became really afraid at his vet hospital, and he would growl and he would bark at the receptionist when he'd walk in. So what we did almost every week, at least once a week, we would just stop by and the receptionist would give him a treat from the lobby, and I would bring really good high value treats, hot dogs or cheese. And then eventually he would run to see the receptionist and she would give him the treats because he began to associate her with positive treats. Then we would go into the exam room if the vet hospital wasn't very busy. And we would go into different exam rooms. I'd give him treats. The receptionist would come in and give him a treat. If a technician was free, she would give him a treat. So it got to the point now, Captain loves his vet. He runs in, he expects treats, and he has a really good time. So that is something that you could practice, and you just have to do a little bit every day. Now, Scout used to not mind her vet, but then with COVID, her last vet visit was pretty scary for her. And she was scared because I had to pass her off in the parking lot to the technician. So what I'm doing with Scout now is we are just doing parking lot visits. So we go to the parking lot and I bring treats and we go over there and then we walk around the parking lot, whether the vet hospital is open or not, and just get her used to being in the parking lot. Eventually, when the office is open again, we will take her in and I will give her treats when she's ready. I will ask the receptionist to either toss her a treat or give her a treat. Then we will go into exam rooms and I will give her treats, and I will again ask the receptionist and the technicians to give their treats. Another thing is if they have a scale in the lobby, put them up on the scale and give them a treat. Just make going to the vet hospital not the place where you get vaccines or you get surgery, but you can actually visit friends. And you might have to start just in the parking lot. Really pay attention to your dog's body language. That's probably the biggest suggestion I have to give to my clients when I work with them with this privately, is the dog will be afraid in the parking lot. So right when they get out of the car, the dog is already showing signs of anxiety, maybe panting, maybe shaking, maybe barking. So we won't even go inside the lobby if the dog is not calm. So you want to get your dog calm in the parking lot, then go into the lobby. And they might peek up again and be anxious again. But then you want to wait until they get calm before you have the receptionist give them a treat or before you go in the exam room. Just go really slow, but make it a happy place. And that way, eventually, they won't mind going to the vet hospital as much. So even though it's COVID, you still could practice. You just need to go into the parking lot. If your veterinary hospital's lobby's open or open for normal service, you can go and do all of these little tips throughout. But the key is that you don't just do it once. You need to do it pretty regularly. So once a week, maybe on a Saturday you go into the parking lot, or maybe you have a day during the week where you can pop by with your dog and have them just sit in the lobby for a minute and get a treat, or stand on the scale. So it's just a real important thing to get them so that it's not scary when they get there. It not only will make their experience better, it'll make your experience better as well as the veterinary staff. So hopefully this quick tip helps, and we'll see you next time.